the real money getters. But we have got a special show for y'all guys today. But before we get into all that, y'all already know how I do. We're going to have to say some type of prayer because guess what? God let us make it again to see what? Here go another Thursday, beautiful. Let's start with
the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it.
Jesus, thank you, Father, for blessing us all to see another one of your glorious days. Thank you for allowing us to make it to another week, Lord. We know that it's probably 1,000 things going on in everybody's life, but you are omnipresent, so we know you take care of everything. Lord, thank you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Say, now listen to this, guys. Now listen to this, guys. Today, well, we're going to go on and tell the truth here. Tomorrow is what? Lynette birthday. So what we're going to do is, before we just get all the way into the show, and before we get cranked up and bring our guest on, we are going to have our my beautiful niece saying happy birthday on the Zoom for Miss Lynette, for sister. I love the crown, sister.
Thank you, sister.
You are such a beautiful, you're so beautiful. Can we please, okay, I'm going to put my headphones on, but put yours on right now so she can sing to you, baby.
Okay.
You the one that needs to hear it.
You ready?
Now, baby, you can start talking to her.
Go ahead, daughter, and sing to your mama.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear mommy. Happy birthday to you. I love you.
Boy, that baby, that's a thing, yo.
Thank you, daughter.
Girl, you go, girl.
Daughter,
Go, girl.
I really love your voice.
I swear.
But I didn't want the Marilyn Monroe version.
Why not?
I'm not a Kennedy.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I'm not Merlin. You know
You
I love
act like
Merlin, but
Merlin.
I'm not a Kennedy.
You act like Merlin. You're beautiful like Merlin. Why
Thank
not
you,
get
baby.
the
Love
Marilyn Monroe
Marilyn. You
version
always
for you
wearing
with your
the
beautiful
shirt.
self? Now look here, y'all guys. We're gonna go it on because we actually like to apologize to our audience because we did start a little late. But hey, we're gonna get right on top of this. Yeah, we're gonna do the drink of the week. Hey, now we got our taste. We got our taste tester here today. So we are going to, sweet baby, you already got this ready. You gonna tell our audience what is the name of our drink this
I'm
week?
putting some ice in the cup.
No, what is the name of our drink this week, sweetheart?
Ballers beware.
Uh-oh, stay down. Y'all heard her. Beware.
Yeah, ballers beware.
Don't worry about that, baby.
So
I
I'm
got
just-
you.
okay.
I got you, baby.
So I'm just
I got you, sweetheart.
and all I'm doing, because I had to kind of improvise here. So what this drink is, I like to use the Lipton peach tea, but I did not have time to get it. I was running late today. I got off late on my job, and I had to come out all the way from Garland. Then I had to go get my eyelashes put on by my beautiful daughter.
See, that's
So-
what happens when it's your birthday. You just do
That's what
all
happens.
kind of sweet stuff.
Yes, when it's your birthday, you do all kind of stuff.
Sweet stuff.
Now, I'm not, this drink is optional because for our taste tester, I'm going to put Hennessy in his. But this is just brisk lemon tea. And then I'm going to put some ginger ale in here. And I'm going to only pour the Hennessy in our taster's drink. So it's just brisk lemon tea with ginger ale. And maybe like a cup or two of Hennessy. But I'm only pouring that in his drink.
Okay.
Our taster's drink.
This is for me.
Oh, that's for you. Okay, sis. That's for you then.
Yes, this is mine. Thank
Okay.
you, love.
Now, is this
Because
a
we're gonna
one-of
have to.
your
We're gonna.
tasters?
Me and her gonna do a little toast to her birthday.
Yes.
Okay, baby.
But I'm gonna put some Hennessy in
Okay.
this one for our taster.
For our taster.
Yes.
Toot, toot. It's your birthday.
It's my birthday. Okay.
Y'all saw.
And just tell me what you think about that.
And
Kim.
let me do the honors of pouring Lynette's in her cup for her.
What do you think?
All right. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Okay, well, we better let that baby keep his drink over there. And,
Yes.
You know, taste testing throughout the drink, throughout the evening. It's Hold up, that's the kind I like. Say, let me try it then.
Yo, you try, sister.
Tastes pretty good. I'm like him. Hold up now.
You like it, sister?
That's interesting. That is
I
interesting.
think I need some more tea in there, but I need a little bit more tea. Yeah.
Just a little bit?
Yeah, it needs a little bit more tea, sister. I should have got a bigger one, but I was in a rush and we had to get the show started. So that's
now I got to say this here.
That's our drink. Ballers beware.
I gotta say this here. Before the end of this year, y'all, we are going to be bartenders. Cause you think Lynette don't research every week to come to us with the drink of the week. Y'all already know what the drink of the week is for. It's for y'all to get comfortable, get relaxed. We do this so that you have time enough to get yourself together. Everybody probably had a hard day at working. For those of us that didn't have a hard day at work and just was hustlers, hey, even the hustlers have hard days at work. Cause hey, you still got to do everything you got to do to get that money. So it doesn't matter what type of work you doing. It don't matter if you was working or you was out hustling. Hey, this is for you to get comfortable. Get relaxed, because like I say, yes, we're going to talk about money, but we're going to have fun doing it. We're going to have our guests. I'm trying to tell you, and it's Lynette's birthday, too. We're going to have our guests come on, our wonderful guests, beautiful guests, her and her associate. We're going to let Lynette introduce them. But before the end, I'm going to give y'all a minute commercial just to get yourself together, just so you can get comfortable, get relaxed. Can you do me one small favor, editor? Hit the commercial for me, please. Thank you.
Yes,
Okay, baby. Now you want to get our... Hey, Real Money family. This is Alice.
And I'm Lynette.
Hey, we are the new hosts of the new YouTube station, the what? Real Money Getters. But I know y'all probably figured out, trying to wonder when we're going to be on air, but let's do this here. So can you tell the audience, when are we going to be on air?
Sis, we're going to be on there every Thursday night, live from 8 to 9, right here on Villa
Koola Radio. Because we are the what?
The Real Money Getters.
I've seen the same things repeated. We seeing the same things. Black kings deleted, misled by the bread. Money filling up heads. We filling up funerals. Too many dying is sad. The business is beautiful, but it's bodies in bags. Promises unfulfilled. Children left without dads. There's blood on the streets. What has hip hop become? This is the only genre where you gotta tote a gun. My granny always told me, son, you gotta hold your tongue. Let the Lord fight your battles. Hey, once, no response. It's storming outside. Shootings and homicides. From 03 to Vaughn, envision they mama's eyes. No different from a funeral of a letter. In the middle of a war, I'm writing this open letter. Let's hope for better, though the worst is worth preparing for. Suppose we chose to go to church and start praying more. The air is saturated by the smell of death. Some of us going to hell instead of heaven, yep. The truth is meant to hurt and change the soul of man. Before some see they 30s, it's over, man. The sixth commandment handed down to brother Moses. Was thou shalt not kill, now it's in the culture. Phones out for the cloud, we resemble vultures. In this lifetime, I'm wise with my eyes open. Yup. The music we create is manifesting sadness. Through this form of expression, some touch the masses. Some blow and make enough to get the hood cracking. But guns busting to these young bucks return to ashes. From the school of hard knocks, he took his block to classes. Kept it on him to murder ops, put him in caskets. We put him in gold chains, it's millions in rapping. Lost children, leaderless, beefers in fashion. Murder lyrics, you hear it, it's self-incriminating. The cops listening, we feel prisons is never vacant. The wops spitting, they really killing, it's devastating. The devil waiting, keep doing you, he's hella patient. When sinners change in Jesus' name, it's celebrations. It's legacies being built, real revelation. The air is saturated by the smell of death. Some of us going to hell instead of heaven, yep. The truth is meant to hurt and change the soul of man. Before some see they 30s, it's over, man. The sixth commandment
now.
There you go. Okay, hey guys, we are back. Hey, here is our guest, and this is what I'm gonna do today. If Lynette would kind of get herself together over there, she's still moving around doing some things with this drink.
Okay.
Can you please introduce our guest, please, baby?
This is Carol Harris Lafayette, and this is
Just
Mr.
say
And this is
Mr.
Mr.
White.
David Johnson. He is the founder of the Community Step Up, and this is how I met them. They were at the workforce doing charity work for Community Step Up. It is a charity program that they run. And they help you with food, they help you with clothing, they help you with finding you a place. And Miss Carol,
Let's do a little bit more into that when it's time, sister,
Okay.
about what they actually do for us that go.
Okay.
What all are the different avenues that Miss Carol actually do?
Miss Carol, besides being a charity worker for Community Step Up, she's also an investigator.
What?
She teaches an investigator class.
What? Well,
And she's an activist.
Okay.
And she has done great work as being an advocate. If you need
so
someone
let's
to be a voice,
okay.
for you,
Well, let's stick to what we're doing at first then. So
Okay.
she is an investigator.
Yeah, she
and
is
she
an investigator.
teaches an investigation
class.
So let me ask you this, baby. How long have you been an investigator?
I've been doing this type of work for over 30 years now. Yes,
What?
for some time now, as an activist and independent investigator, licensed by the state of Texas.
Can I ask you what made you get into that field?
Well,
Because that's very interesting. I mean, you don't hear a lot of people say, I'm an investigator. I mean, like you watch movies and you'll see where they'll go and hire, or they'll say, well, I'm hiring a private investigator to do this, or I'm hiring an investigator to do that. Even the insurance companies, hire investigators, with
Yeah.
the car wrecks and stuff like that. But when do you actually get a chance to say, you met a person that actually does that for a living, or have done that for a living, and actually teaches? You say you actually teaches a class.
I teach the class, yes I do. I offer the grants for individuals that want to learn more about what investigation work is. And so you asked the question, I carried the flashlight from my father. My father was a civil rights activist, way back active in the 60s and the 50s, and I seen so much injustice go on. So much, often he was the only black voice in Grand Prairie in the black community called Dalworth. And often the chief of police.
I kind of know where that's at in Grand Prairie.
You do?
I know where that's at in Grand Prairie.
At age 3 years old, I witnessed Grand Prairie chief of police just busting our house. Beat my dad, call us nigger girls, that went on for a long time, and it traumatized me, and it was just so much injustice. My daddy was shot. Still to this day, case was never ever solved. He lived through that, but over and over again, back in those times, blacks really didn't have leaders back then, and so he lives now, he's 79 years old, so
Amen.
I didn't want to be an attorney. I studied criminal justice.
Okay.
I know I didn't want to be a judge, even though I probably could have been a great judge.
You have a great voice for it, though, to be a judge.
Yes.
Definitely.
And so that's really how I got into work.
Okay, so 30 years into it, and from a kid just seeing some not so nice things, ugly things done to African Americans, which is, if anybody's kind of been a little bit up in age, we all have seen it, and we can't lie and say act like we don't see it today, too. We still see it today. But this ain't what the show about, so I won't go into that. But let me ask you this. Sister says that you actually teach the class and you do grants. Now, if a person wanted to become an investigator or get in touch with you, how would they be able to get in touch with you? Because I'd like you to give the information to my editor.
Okay.
So that he can put that information on the screen a little bit throughout our broadcast,
Okay.
have that on the screen. So you can start telling me now, how would someone, if they wanted, like me, just say for instance, my 19-year-old daughter, I said, hey, I want you to start trying to learn how to be an investigator. What would be her first steps? What would she have to do?
The first step is just simply saying, hey, I want to do it. We during this pandemic, we are practicing the social distance. So I have about 5 people in the class. We are starting up a new class that's going to be starting up around the 16th of February. And so what you'll do is you'll reach out to me.
Okay.
And I'll give you more information about that. I have an email address, Carol Harrison.
Hey, can you write it down? Because I want you to pay. No, here you go. Because I already got some paper too. write all of your information down now, because he's gonna type it in. He's gonna put it up on the screen for the audience.
He's going to put it up on the screen.
Definitely would be happy to do that.
So you said you're going to start the class, and you said that you're practicing social distancing. So you are doing a actual physical class?
It isn't actually physical class that you are able to. I believe in direct contact is easier, and so
that's the way I actually learn. So I understand that.
Right, and so we are. What I'll do is I'll talk to the individual, find more about it, and so we will divide it up. So there will be different classes from the mornings to the evening time too. So actually, I'm looking at about 10, 5 in the daytime, and 10 at the evening.
Okay, so now let me ask you this. Say I still want to get involved and I was not able to come to the actual class. Like, you know, maybe the class is here in Dallas, Texas, and maybe, hey, because we got viewers all over the world. Say, for instance, our viewer might be in Houston, Texas, and say, oh, I'm interested in that. How could they still be able to attend something like that you are offering? Or is that not available for them? Or that's only available for the people here in Dallas, Texas? Fort Worth.
I'm really glad that you asked that question, because right now we're working on a Zoom class, but we have not quite gotten that, but we are working on that right now. I do have associates that are independent investigators, and a lot of them are doing what I'm doing as well too. They're licensed to actually teach the classes as well too. Okay. So depending on where they are, I would try to reach out to other investigators to see when their class starts and try to get them connected together.
Okay, so now, audience, did you hear that? Even if you live in Canada, it doesn't really matter about that, because that's why I was asking her the question. It doesn't really matter. She knows other individuals all over the world. We're united now. Remember that we are united, so we goes all over the world with the things that we do. So can I ask you this question? Now, do you actually charge to do investigation work, or do you do investigation work as part of your advocacy when you're dealing with an advocate?
By me being an advocate, mostly my work is the injustice part. And so most of the time that I actually just do it for free. I do get donations from time to time. We do have a clothing store there at Community Step Up. So we allow individuals to come in and they can shop and give a donation. We don't charge, but give a donation to our organization. We also feed the homeless there in the city of Grand Prairie, throughout the area. We do so much to get the money. So that covers the fees for those who are really in a situation where they really are needing an investigation done.
Okay, now have you ever did like just straight out investigation private work? I mean, not just for the advocate, but I mean, personally, have you ever just did some private investigation work?
Yes, I've actually did private investigation work.
You have a beautiful smile. Now, when you was doing the privately investigation work, was it scary? Because I mean, you know, when you think about TV stuff, you be like, she had me up in her with that.
It can get pretty scary. I do couples sometimes when they're going through divorce. I get a lot of those where you have more of the women wanting to hire me as an investigator to get information on their husbands. So, you know, when it comes to divorces and things like that. So that can be very risky, because I have to have other associates of mine to participate sometimes in this.
Okay, so now, if say for instance you had to use an associate, which is Miss Beautiful Lynette over there.
Yes.
Would Lynette be getting paid for her services to help you though, or that would be voluntary on her end?
She will get paid,
compensated for it.
She would do that. If I really need assistance with it, I also accommodate them as they help me as well too.
Okay, now Miss Lynette, since our time is really running short, I'm gonna get you another time on that one. I was gonna say, baby, did you enjoy working?
Well, sister, all I really did was make some phone calls, because
see how easy that is.
Other businesses come to her when they can't collect their money sometimes, and it was one of those bases where people were not paying, and I was calling because it was a delicate matter, because it was a funeral home.
Okay.
So I was calling, and you know how my heart goes out to people. Right. So I was calling them. And now some people you might get a little rough with, because they might get a little rough with you. And I got I might be nice, soft voice.
Here we go. Y'all already know I love my ex, baby. I told y'all how precious he was to me. He's in that background doing that finger thing. Y'all know what the finger thing means. Yes. Who have not seen that before? Now that just only means, guys, that we're gonna come back with our beautiful guest and her companion. Listen to this. We're just going on a little second break. That's only so you guys can get even more comfortable, so you can get even more interested, because when we come back, we're going to ask her about her advocacy and about the actual donations of the Step Up program and how did the founder and how did that get started. So y'all give us, hey, cut baby, give me my Hey, Real Money family, this is Alice.
And I'm Lynette.
Hey, we are the new hosts of the new YouTube station, the what?
Real Money Getters.
But I know y'all probably figuring out, trying to wonder when we're going to be on air, but let's do this here. So can you tell the audience, when are we going to be on air?
Sis, we're going to be on there every Thursday night, live from 8 to 9, right here on Villa Koola Radio.
Because we are the what?
The Real Money Getters.
Now, do you not think that y'all done forgot about this $100 giveaway that we did last week? Now, listen to this. Every time, now I was walking to the car with this bucket. I got to tell this before we go any further. And one of the names fell out. Miss Lynette over there, I swear, she like to drove on top of me, y'all. She was like, if you don't ever get that name and get it back in that bucket. So listen, guys, now, we are starting to go live on our own channel and on Villa Koola station, so y'all will have even more chances to get past the word. Now, let me do this by the end of the show. Are you guys a subscriber to our channel? Because your name goes in this bucket and we pull for the $100 drawing. And if you are not, the next commercial, we'll just get y'all subscribed and put you in the bucket.
But sister, I'm serious. They don't want this money. We're going down to 25. Now I'm gonna let my guests get a chance to win it. But after that, we're going down to $25. Y'all don't want this money. You're acting like something wrong with you.
Now, we're not gonna chew her out on her birthday. Let her have her day. But listen to this, guys. Let me explain something to you. We already know we new to this. We are new. We know we new. And this is our way of showing y'all that we appreciate you looking at us every week. So we're not going to go down to the $25 just yet. But listen to this. We even might give away $25 like that, even at a show, still $100. What I'm saying is, guys, we know we new to this. We know that our show is just starting. We've only been on air, since a couple months?
Yeah,
a couple of months. But we've only been on air a couple of months, guys. Hey, but we shows with the giveaway is that we appreciate y'all coming to us every single Thursday and Friday, because we know that y'all that get on there live. We know that our editors put it on our channel the next day, which is that Friday. So we know that y'all some might miss today and y'all catch in tomorrow, because we have actually looked on here and noticed that our views were going up and our views are going up, and plus our subscribers are going up. So we know that you guys are clicking in, and we know that things take time. But listen to me, guys. This is what we do to show you just how much we appreciate y'all tuning in to us, because every time we come in here and bring a show to y'all, I swear to God, I hope y'all get value from it, because we are bringing you individuals that are actually in the world doing real life things. This stuff is not staged, it's real. I mean, when we get them on here, these people are telling you what they do for a living. They telling you their life. They telling you how they making money.
Exactly.
I mean, they giving you an idea. Now, whether you taking and run with it, hey, that's on you. But we come to you real with it every week. So now, as she said earlier in the show, didn't you tell me that this baby was also an advocate?
She's an advocate.
And they also run a donation.
They own charity.
A charity. Now, if you don't mind, can you please ask our guests, how did they start the charity, and let this gentleman answer that question?
Go ahead, Mr. David, and let us, because you are the founder. So being the founder, just tell us how Community Step Up came about.
Right.
Okay, Community Step Up is 7 years old now, and I started it when I moved here from New York. In New York, I worked with people in recovery in a 30-day program, and when I moved here to Texas, I was hoping to be able to do the same thing, but people here in Texas do not have the same resources that they have in the East, such as the financial resources. In New York, they'll get $550 a month, not Social Security, $550 cash a month, food stamps, and Medicare. Automatically, once they go into a program. So when I moved here, I found that they did not have those type of resources for especially men in recovery. And so I started looking into that, and that's how Community Step Up came up, is because I started working with kids just in the community. But what I found is the level of processing stuff was when I worked with a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, maybe an 8-year-old, they had the same mentality of the grown people that were in recovery. And what I took from that is that most of them have not learned how to communicate unless it's aggressive, arrogant, shut down. It's always something very negative, and they learned it, and I start seeing that in the kids today. I think our mission is to start a village, the village that raised most of us in here, but it's an entirely different village, because during that time we had, you know, if I went into the other project and did something, before I got home, my mama knew about it, and we didn't have no phone.
Amen.
How y'all beat me running through the woods?
Right.
You know?
We had the same situations when we got up to.
Exactly. So that was our village, and that village was the same everywhere you go. Well, now if you travel the country, you'll find that whatever issues they have here in Dallas, they got them in New York, they got them in Atlanta, they got them in Cincinnati, and them are the towns I've been in. I noticed that, and I said, wow, we still need a village, but it's got to change. And it's got to change because they don't have the same resources we had. We had Big Mama and Papa and Mr. Jones down the street and Miss Sarah and them over on the other side of town.
They're the ones that's going to get home and tell it on you.
Exactly. So we have to develop that kind of, you know, it's not just a community type things, because most of us had to be home when street lights came on.
Right.
Where now these kids can be wherever they want to be, when they want to be.
And get on when they get ready.
Exactly. And so we have to find a way to get them to a point of some accountability for their behavior. And the adults in the community have to have some type of responsibility to help raise these kids, but they don't, because most of them are afraid of them, or they're their best customer. And so, you know, it's difficult to raise them now. But through speeches, poems, and plays, I started working with the kids.
Hold up. Is that the name of it?
What's that?
Speeches, poems, and plays.
No, that's what we do in there.
Okay.
So what we do is through speeches, poems, and plays, we teach kids how to present themselves, how to talk, present themselves in an age-appropriate manner so that they get positive consequences. You're not going to get any positive consequences for me being 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 cussing me out. Right. So they have to learn how to talk to adults so that they can get their needs met.
Well, you know, I don't know if you guys know what he meant by a village, but when we was coming up, I know a lot of y'all do, but y'all that are younger that does watch us and gonna watch us one day, what do you mean by villages? They used to have a saying, it take a village to raise you. You have a mom and a father, you have a mother and father, but it takes a village to raise a kid. That's because they learned later, way back up the road, that hey, the people that's outside your home have just as much influence on you as your mom and dad, and sometimes even more when you are in the house. Now that I like what he said, because I have a 19-year-old daughter that me and her struggles to this day. And I mean, this is keeping it 100 with the family thing. She's 19 years old, so she thinks she's grown.
Yeah.
So we have to struggle with her communication, her knowing how to talk, and her knowing how to get things done, because we have to say what he said earlier. He said, you notice how I talk to the kids, everybody got an attitude and everybody's aggressive. That is not how you get things done. Let me say this. Let me say this to you now. Oh Lord, and I forgot about my nephew McKinley. I hope you watching this, McKinley. I forgot about my nephew McKinley. He was also then. Hopefully he changed through his auntie, because yes, I am a talker. Yes, I do believe in going in prayer for you guys. Yes, I am a prayer warrior. I'm going for in your stead for you for prayer. But he was the same way with his mom. My daughter's the same way with me. When they get to this age, you don't realize how to handle authority, because you think, I'm this age, I don't have to have authority. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So we are going to. Hold up. I want you to put his name up there for me too, please, and his number, because he said they do speeches, poems,
and plays.
And I am going to personally take my own daughter there to let her see how this actually go, because there's nothing wrong with teaching it right now. How to talk to grown people to get things done, because if you don't talk to us right, you ain't get nothing done. Can you put your name and your information on here? Also, give it to my editor right there, and he's going to put your name up on the screen. Sharon, can you please give her did you give? Oh no.
But this the other thing I want to say when we're talking about the speech and poems.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. You can keep on talking.
Okay. The speeches, poems, and plays was so that they learn how to speak and ask for the things that they need. But with the kids, when you're working with kids, you have to have a platform for them. You know, I found that working with them, the more responsibility you give them, the more they become responsible. Right? And they have to be a part of that. So the village we're talking about today, in our days, they say, shut up, you know, be heard, be seen and not heard.
Right.
Go over there, go somewhere. But today we have to include them in there. We've got to include them because we need their input, because the world has evolved to the point where kids kind of feel like they
left out sometimes.
They are. They are,
like
because we're saying we were told that's what you got to do, go outside and play.
Right.
But sometimes there can be conversations appropriate for adults and, let's say, high level youth.
So can I ask you this? When are you, okay, so now is this a 5-day-a-week situation? No, what I'm saying is, are you guys here at the community center thing, or y'all open 5 days a week, or what are the hours of the operation? And because this is a two-part one, and can a parent or an adult bring a child to you guys also with, advice and guidance along the way of them getting involved with you guys?
Okay. We are open 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Okay.
And so, due to the COVID, we want to keep that in mind.
Right.
Practicing social distance. We have these classes twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And so David is also starting a new class for the youth, and we also have a class for the adults too, as well too. So when it comes to communication and things like that, sometimes when you are young and you grow up as an adult, you may be 50 years old, but you're still dealing with your childhood trauma. You're not able to talk, and it affects a lot of your relationships, how you last on your jobs and different things like that, only because you just didn't know how to communicate well. Some of us get aggressive as being grown-ups, and we get loud and have attitudes, and we don't.
Am I back to the 2 minutes already? Okay. No, we're gonna keep going, because I just want to know that. I just wanted to know if, say for instance, now, how do a person donate to your charity?
David.
Kind of folded a little bit, sticking in my pocket.
Say real money getter. Can I do that?
No, we do have a website that we just got out. We revised the whole program because we're going into a new phase right now.
That is correct.
So the only thing that we have on there yet, we don't have that button you can push and donate on there yet.
Right.
And I think the guy who's doing it for us is still working on it. He gave us a new website. But you can always call. You can always.
Can you pass that pen and paper back to them, because if the website is going to be there, then that means they can put it on there. It ain't up now.
Yeah, it ain't up
but
now.
It's going to be up. I'm saying.
And right now we do have a cash app that's available too.
Cash app that'll go directly into
the funding
account. Yes.
Okay, to the funding. Now listen to this, guys. Y'all already know we love behind the scenes. They are up there with them fingers. Y'all know that finger stuff and that one. Y'all know what that means. But listen to this, guys. We are going to come back with our guests, because we started a little bit late today, beautifully.
Yes,
we started a little bit late today, so we kind of going a little quickly. But our guests are going to be still here with us. We're going to let them sit here with us throughout the broadcast. Because y'all already know, I ain't gonna let them fall in that. We're gonna do what?
Keep them all in the bucket, baby.
Okay, now listen to this. While we are gonna go on this 30-second commercial, we're gonna make sure that you get able to subscribe to our channel. Make sure Miss Carl subscribe to the channel so I can tear it off and put it in the bucket. So when you pull for the number, you might be pulling y'all name out of there. And you not ready to tell me you got the cash app. Wait a minute. And then you not ready to tell me phone, not roll, but phone. If we're talking, say baby, cut. So, hey, Real Money family, this is Alice.
And I'm Lynette.
Hey, we are the new hosts of the new YouTube station, the what? Real Money Getter. But I know y'all probably figuring out, trying to wonder when we're going to be on air, but let's do this here. So can you tell Orange, when are we going to be on air?
Sis, we're going to be on there every Thursday night, live from 8 to 9, right here on Villa Koola Radio.
Cause we are the what?
The real money getters.
Hey guys, now y'all already know I believe in being fur and packing fur. Now we're gonna give our guests, because like I said, we're kind of rushing through it today. We're gonna give our guests a chance to subscribe to the channel. Can you get your phone out and go to your YouTube? And then we're gonna put their name in the box too, because we want everybody to get a chance to get action at the $100
Mine
draw.
on the red. I need to charge mine. It's about to
So you
go
said go
out.
to the YouTube, right?
Okay, go to the YouTube. Go to the Real Money
Maybe you
Getters.
go to the YouTube too.
We're gonna go to the YouTube. Let's go to the YouTube.
Okay, go to the Real Money Getters.
Okay, it's like slow coming
Why you
on.
calling me? Or was I calling you?
It probably was either way or accident, huh? I was finna try to see if I can get you a charger. Yes, this is what happens when you do it live.
iPhone.
It's gonna be some little spot. It's
Yeah.
gonna be some little
That's
little
all.
breaks in between while we're doing
we
certain
already-
things
we
and
gotta come
getting
with
certain
the
things
YouTube
together. That's what
thing
happens
come
when you do it
Yeah.
live. So, our sister, have you already got them in there?
Her thing is just, it just came up, sis. It just
Okay,
came up.
I'm gonna pass that to her so she can put both of their names on each piece of paper, so that we can put it in. So we can put it inside the raffle. Now, hey guys, y'all already know. Got the phone right here as usual. Y'all already know how I do this. I got the phone right here. Now we always give y'all that same opportunity. We ain't gonna stop doing it. Y'all can text us right now while we are live on air and subscribe to the channel, like any video that's on there. It doesn't matter to me which one. Subscribe and like on any video that's on there, and text it to me right now, and we will put you. Hold on, guys. Put your email, the actual email that's on there, because that's how we actually chase it down.
Trying to get to the search.
All you gotta do
bar.
is send it to me, because I already got my phone with me, guys. So y'all already know at the end of the show we're gonna pull this drawing.
Thank you. Yeah.
So while we are getting everything together, I think that our editor was getting some stuff prepared to put on the screen so that they could have their information on the screen. But while we waiting on that, I want to ask you this, honey. You do advocate work too, right?
Yes, it is.
How did you become an advocate, and who do you actually do advocate for?
I do mainly the injustice part. When you look around this nation, it's just so much injustice has been going on. I was very much active back when George Floyd was killed by police. George Floyd.
Yes, you know, Mr. Floyd.
Oh yes, and so that really started me. I helped lead the peaceful protest out of Fort Worth. Well, we marched in Fort Worth. There was a peaceful protest. It was probably over 1,000 something people that did march across the 7th Street Bridge.
Okay.
And so when it comes to injustice, when it comes to just the social injustice of everything, the equality that we have, we as African Americans are just not getting the same equal justice it is. The systematic system is so corrupt. So we need activists around throughout this nation to speaking up and being that voice for individuals.
Right. Now let me ask you this: y'all run y'all run the community service thing together as a team.
Yes.
And I want to tell you that because we kind of extended, we've extended, and we adding new components to it.
Right.
Mainly because, as we said, the village has got to change to meet everybody's needs.
Correct.
And so as we're making the change, one of the things that we've added into there that's very crucial is trauma. That's the trauma of what our kids, what you were just talking about
Let me see.
with your daughter.
Oh,
is
yes, my daughter.
actually, there's some trauma there. That behavior is attached to something that triggers her.
Yes.
Okay, and so what we try to do is help them to process that, and they do it, like we said, through speeches, poems, and plays. They put together a speech, and the speech, they can talk about whatever they want to talk about, but it has to have a positive consequence.
Right.
And so they learn how to attach another behavior to whatever that trigger was. You know, if it's mom just keep on, nagging me about this, nagging me about that, then okay, that triggers her. But guess what? You have got to learn another way to respond to that, because a boss is going to trigger you. Your spouse is going to trigger you.
Right.
And so how do I process that? And so you'll find that there's so many different things that trigger these kids that if you get them in a room and they start talking about, they'll come up with their own ideas.
Right.
And so it's very important for them to understand. Now, guess what? You cannot work with the kids if you don't work with the parents.
Definitely.
So, right,
Hold on, baby, 'cause you keep talking, sweetheart. I was trying to get her
if the family is dysfunctional, the kid's gonna be dysfunctional regardless, because that's what they see. And
yeah, you harbored what you see. Yeah.
Exactly. So what we try to do is get them to a point where they'll start listening. They'll try different things. Sometimes they usually come in and say, "Well, Brother Dave, I tried this and that seemed to work. Okay, let's do it again, cause I heard the other day you went off."
Right.
So you keep them aware of it until they actually make that change that they're trying to make.
Right.
And it works. If we're working with the kids, so the food part, the clothing part, the housing part, Carol does most of that with the parents, and we also want to do a group with the parents so they can understand how to sometimes speak to their children very strong, very positive,
right,
but not trigger them, because a lot of that, you did this, you're always doing that, you don't never do this, that
right
kind of.
So you're trying to tell me you want the parents to also participate.
This is a funny thing. When I was doing the groups out in McKinney, Allen, whole different group of kids. One is that I did it with 22 from India, 19 from China, and about 11 from Africa. It was English as a second language for them. And what I found is every time we did a group, I'll make a group. I'll make the group for them to sit and us to do our thing, but I had to also make a section for the parents to sit there and watch us.
Okay.
And so their parents were always involved.
Gotcha.
They would come at the end of it and say, Brother Dave, this is it, but this, this is good, but in our culture, this is what we do. Also, right? So they are giving me information on the family, on the orientation of their family, of their culture, so that the kids don't lose their culture, but they learn how to adjust to
adapt.
That's right. Now, when I started moving downtown, down into Dallas, doing groups down here, I had mothers drop the kids off, man, be 2 hours late coming back to pick them up. I had to actually tell the lady, I'm like, ma'am, if you late one more time, I'm saying 5 minutes, I'm going to call police and tell them that you have abandoned your child.
Okay, so really what you're saying is you need the parents to also do a little bit of, it's called step up. So you don't not only want the kids to step up to their responsibilities in life, you also want the parents to to play an active role in stepping up in their life.
They have to. If they don't, our parents say, well, yours probably work, mine work, both of them 3-4 jobs. But guess what? They were always in our life, and they better not never call them to the school, because they coming to the school.
Hush, we don't go into that one. They definitely was gonna come to that school.
They coming to that school, and they gonna get crazy. My mama used to carry a paddle in her purse. Well, she's there between me and my brother. We stayed in trouble, and we always had to watch out. Like whoever sitting by the window.
Everybody had to watch out.
Whoever was in that first classroom where people come in the front door. They say, "Oh man, that Dave and Charlie know their mama coming up here." Oh man, So again. We gotta have a village, but the village has got to change. The village may be these two gentlemen here coming in one day to the class, showing them how to do this stuff here. We've got to educate them, because they weren't educated.
Right.
All right. And so that's what we got to do. The village has got to be there, but it's got to change.
Well, now, y'all already know my editor's name is in the background. Y'all already know how the fingers and the ones and the twos, y'all already know how we do this. But now, Lynn, I'm going to ask you this question because I'm enjoying my guests. Would you like to do the picks of the day while our guest is sitting here in case we want to ask them anything just before we do the drawing?
Yes, but our producer wanted us to ask them to put their information up on the screen to say their name and the.
Okay, can you please put that up there for us?
Miss Carol, just tell them your name and the number and.
Say your name and your number. Repeat it.
Yes.
My name is Carol Harrison Lafayette. It's spelled Lafayette. Carol Harrison Lafayette. My telephone number is 903-305-7424. My email address is carolharrison1968@gmail.com. Harrison, H will be small letters.
I got you.
Go ahead, Mr. David. Give us your information.
Okay, my name is Dave Johnson. Everyone calls me Brother Dave. My phone number is area code 513-532-4347. My email is ddjrochester, so it's all lowercase, ddjrochester@yahoo.com. And what else? And you'll probably get Carol quicker than you'll get me.
Okay, but now listen, guys. We still wanted to put both informations up there for the community step up.
Oh yes.
Like he said, he's like me and sister. I tell a lot of people that a lot of times, if you call me and you just happen to miss me, text me. Don't leave me a voicemail. Text me so that I'll know who's calling me because I'm not gonna listen to a voicemail. So if you happen to call either one of our guests today, and if you happen to call either one of our guests in the past, and they don't answer the phone, please y'all give them a second chance. At least text them and let them know what, when, and where, and what you're calling them about. And that gives a person a chance to call you back.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be honest. If I don't have your phone number in my contacts, it's going straight to voicemail, and I don't have no voicemail. So the best thing to do is text.
Right. It's a lot of people do. It's a lot of people do that now. Yeah. I used to work. I remember when we went to you worked at the PHP. Mm-hmm. Michael, which was making $50,000 a year. I mean $50,000 a month. Guess what? You called his phone. That's the only thing he did was go to his voicemail because he was a busy man. See, busy man making busy moves. So y'all understood what he said. Come on now, guys. Now before I'm looking at it because y'all know I love my editor in the background doing this wrap up stuff. But the reason why I'm gonna keep looking at my phone because I want to know, Lynette, that you want to do the stock pickup today because I already see that our time done ran out and I didn't want to give you not the opportunity to do what you needed to do today. Do you want to do your stock pickup today so we can do the drop or no?
Sister, I don't have to do the stock pick of the day because this stock this stock that I have, it will be good because it's a long-term stock, so we can.
So this is a holding stock. It's a hold.
Yeah, it's a holding stock.
This is a holding stock.
It's your birthday, man.
It's your birthday.
Right? Did you hear
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me.
Now I'm finna mess with her guys like she did my niece a few minutes ago. Baby, we didn't have to have the Marilyn Monroe version, did we? That's what she did to my niece on that phone with her beautiful self. Now, before we go, y'all already know. Sister, can you please shake up our little old names, baby? Give it to.
I'm gonna let me so.
Shake it up. Shake it up. Give it to Miss Carol.
Let me say this: that we're always
you can be talking while we're doing it.
We're always looking for new communities to start community step up because one of the things that I keep saying is I want a community. I want a community nationwide. Gangs exist because they can leave any part of the country and go to another part and find a like-minded person. So it's family. So we need that same thing. So if you need interested in some of the stuff we're doing, you got a place for it, and we can work out the particulars about it. I'm willing to come.
Did y'all hear Brother Dave? Now y'all know I'm gonna go back to saying what he said earlier though, Miss Carol. because he wants you to get in touch with him is what he's saying. He actually wants y'all to be involved. He's not only talking to y'all, he's talking to us too. Don't get it twisted and act like he's just talking to the world. He's talking to us too here at the studio too. But listen to this, guys. We are at the end, and y'all know I love y'all to death. But I'm finna unravel. We had Miss Carl to pull his name out here for this $100. We finna unravel this name right here.
What's it?
It was a guest. Miss Tiffany Coleman that came on the show a couple of weeks ago. Say so if you are watching Miss Tiffany, and if you are not, don't worry about it. We'll have sister to give you a call, and you please have her. Yeah. Hey.
That ain't the rules, man.
Hey, look. What? So you can put it on the screen. Give that to her, please. Pass that so we can get it on the screen. Hey, baby. Put it up there where she can see her name. Hey, we will tell sister to tell her, because that was one of our guests a couple of weeks ago. Was it a couple of weeks ago?
Yes, sister.
Miss Tiffany, hey, sweetheart, the beautiful Miss Tiffany.
2 weeks ago.
Okay, 2 weeks ago, Miss Tiffany, hey, if you are watching it, but if you're not watching right now, I know you will watch later. We're going to have sister give Miss Tiffany a call. We're going to have her back on the show, because this is what we said we were going to do. If you won the $100, well, at that time, we was doing a $500 drawing. We did the $500 drawing 2 weeks in a row. If you won the money, this is what we said, we would have the guests to actually come on the show, and we would actually hand you the $100 in front of the world. So we're not going to change that. Please tell Miss Tiffany that she won the $100. Tell her to be here next Thursday. We'll do that first, right at the beginning of the show, to let the whole world know that, hey, this is not a game. If you are subscribed to us, and if you watch this station, hey, I know you told me your phone was dead, but hey, look, when you get your phone up a lot, you know, say all you gotta do, go to the Real Money Getter, subscribe and like anything that's on there.
You got it in yours, right, Carol?
I do.
Okay.
We're gonna put your name in the hat, and it's gonna be, oh my God, the same lady that came here a couple of weeks ago that talked about her website. She also owned a cleaning business.
She owns a cleaning business.
Yes.
She has an online store.
Online store.
Yes, and she cheesecakes.
Cheesecakes, which I'm gonna have to talk to her about that cheesecake and that online cleaning and stuff.
Yes, she will come and give you a free consult on
She sure will.
your house.
She will do a free consultation at the house.
Organizing your house, yes.
So now listen, guys, we are going to wrap it up for today, but listen to this. So y'all already know my famous saying, hey, may God carry us all the way to next Thursday again. But I would like to thank our guests that came on. But listen, guys, every time we bring somebody to you, we bring it to you real. We bringing you people that you can actually see what they're doing in their own lives, their everyday lives, to get themselves together, to do what they do, to, hey, why we got here today. So I would really like for you guys to rewind this and share. I know a lot of times I don't say this, but listen to this. Share. Let me, when you go on our YouTube page, now let me ask my editor, making sure that I'm saying this right though. When they go on our YouTube channel, right, that little thing up under there where I do the comments and all that stuff, can they do the,
It's on there right now. We live off y'all page.
okay. So y'all can share us right now. We're live off the page. Go, but I want to make sure I'm saying it right. So they just go on the page and do the,
I do want to say this.
share.
I know that tonight's show didn't say anything about what they do make money. Everything that you do doesn't have to make money for you to be rewarded for it, because the work that they do, it helps God's people.
But they are being paid. Remember, they said earlier that they do through their donations.
But people probably say, well, the donations is going out.
Yeah.
You know, the donations is going to help the people to, you know, so they can help more people. So how are they actually making money?
You know, I do get paid doing my independent investigation work.
Yeah.
See, I told you, I took that back. I said that, she had said earlier that.
Yes.
Remember, she said earlier, and he was explaining to me when I was asking him about the donations. He was explaining too that they do at the step-up place. That's where you go and they do the donations and stuff like that.
Right.
She said shop and do a actual donation. They do get paid.
Right.
And I'm glad she brought it up, cause through last summer and up until maybe a month ago, I drove 18 wheelers cross country to make sure that we had funding for everything that we want to do. Cause I was beginning to think Carol was playing me, because she called me the other day. I need 150. I need 200.
Now, this is my time. I got to say, I'm a real money giver. And I gotta tell y'all the truth. See, this is my type of man. Now let's keep it 100. But I like what he said. He said, look what he did though. He said, I drove trucks. Now I drive trucks too. Everybody don't know that I have my own 18-wheel license too. But listen to this, guys. No, I don't drive a truck cross state. I got my license so that I can own my own moving company, which I did. Listen how he took the money to do one thing to do something else, guys. I have told y'all that 1,000 times. And I'm gonna point to it one more time. Look where it starts at. Up here. It starts up here, guys. Hey, we're making this money. Now, my editor, he's having fun with us, but y'all know everybody here work, and we go to work. We got to come home and eat in time. We're going to wrap this up. Now, this time, we ain't going to get a chance to do the Thursday, because the guests will be back Thursday, but we're going to put up a flyer Thursday morning reminding that we are doing the drawing.
Next Thursday.
Yeah.
So let them know. Next Thursday, $100.
Right, but you're gonna do the like a little flyer or something, reminding our guests, just reminding people, because this is just our way of saying thank you. Yes, I get up and do like you, but I get up and go to work every day. So we support one venue to furnish another venue. It's just the way it goes. But that's what entrepreneurs do. That's like-minded people. That's what like-minded people do. Say, guys, till next Thursday. Love you. See you later.
Yes.
Bye, family.
Heaven is only one step away. I'm stepping into my purpose. This purpose is worth the wait. I